happy that you're here, and we're really excited about the upcoming event that you have. Now, this is Miss Trina Stidham, the director of the Jacksonville Public Library, joining us here on East Texas now, talking about an upcoming event, Adulting 2.0. Tell us a little bit about the event.
Well, this was a combined effort. Me and my other supervisors here, we talked about having classes or presentations by people from the community on a variety of subjects, but it wasn't until one of our patrons came in and said, "Hey, what if we had these presentations? I've already talked to some people, they've agreed to come. What if we did this on a monthly basis?" And I'm like, "Yay, this is exactly what we were thinking of." So the every presentation is basically by what we call an expert. Okay. That doesn't mean they're perfect or anything, but they specialize in whatever that topic is. So we've had a investment person here, we've had a insurance broker here, we've had the head of our historical commission who also worked for county government. And this week we will have a local contractor who has done work all over Jacksonville, and he's going to try to give tips on the things you can do for yourself. But the main thing is, but when do you call the professional? There's always that point of no return. He's an advocate for YouTube videos. As long as you're comparing apples to apples, that's where people get into trouble. You're tearing up something that they're describing a whole other item. That's a problem. So he's actually going to do a demonstration on repairing sheetrock and I think some uh, uh, bathroom repairs where he can bring some things in. And I had several of my leadership team saying, well, if he'll come to my house and demonstrate, that'd be better because they've got that problem. So hopefully this will bring in a lot of people who want to learn how to maintain their house and how to or when to call in the expert.
I think it's so important because I think often younger adults and even those who've been adulting for some time, we get a little embarrassed on the things we don't know, and we don't know when to ask
Yes.
questions. So this is opening the doors to say, hey, it's okay that you don't know. Here's the resources and the opportunity to ask those questions. And you did mention that this event is going to be focusing on home improvement. Can you tell us a little bit about your speaker and demonstrator? I believe it is Jesus Santana. Can you tell us a little bit more about his background?
Jesus Santana. Um, I met him when another contractor, I hired a contractor to do some work in the library. He subcontracted Mr. Santana and his crew to do some painting that I added on. And then later on, we had a small repair that, I talked to him, got to know him a little bit. I said, "Can you fix this?" Sure. Came in and took care of that for the library. So there is always difficulty getting someone to do the little things and knowing who to call. You call a big time contractor who regularly builds houses, he's not going to come and change my commode out, you know. And so as I got to know Jesus and asking him about what he could and couldn't do, I said, "Well, do you do little jobs like this?" He was like, "I can do anything." His choice was, "I would rather have my guys busy than just sitting around waiting for a big contract." So I found out he's built houses and he's hung TVs here for me at the library, one extreme or the other. So, and if he doesn't know how to do it, he knows somebody to refer you to. So he's very helpful and very considerate. And most of us, I think, as an adult, there's that point where there used to be somebody you could call and they're not with you any longer. It used to be your husband, but now you're a widow. It used to be your dad, like me. My dad's not with me anymore. So who do you call that you can trust? And when do you absolutely have to call the expert? There's certain things that it's not worth your house falling in on you, you know, because you didn't get that leak fixed.
Absolutely. Now, for those who do want to attend, that this is definitely something they're interested in, is this something that you need to register in advance so y'all have a head count, or what's the setup there?
You can just come in. you don't have to register in advance. We're holding it in our auditorium, so we've got plenty of space. He's space for his demonstration, space for him to talk. We set up seating. I provide coffee and a few snacks. So just come on in.
All right, you got it. And again, this is taking place at the public library, the Jacksonville Public Library. What day and at what time?
It is let me make sure I say the date right because I know it was sticking people's head. It is June 21st,
Okay.
Saturday at 10 a.m.
All right. Thank you so
Here,
much. Say that one more time. I'm sorry I cut you off.
I said here, sorry, here at the library.
All right,
So,
perfect. Thank you so much for giving us a moment to hear more about the event, and we appreciate your time getting on here with us and talking to us. Thank you so much, Trina, and we can't wait to hear more about the other events you'll have coming up as well.
thank you. We really appreciate it. We want as many people to come as possible.
You got it. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.